Well, hello and thank you for joining me for another Alex on Tech and iTWireTV interview. Today, I'm joined by Brett Newstead. He's the sales manager for Zebra Technologies, and also by Daniel Park, the sales engineer manager for Australia and New Zealand at Zebra. Okay, so Brett, let's start with you. Now, I understand that Zebra has earlier announced its field vision mobility study. So can you please tell us a bit more about this study, its key findings, and what's next in terms of technology for the public sector?
Absolutely. So first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the frontline workers out there. We tend to like to call them frontline heroes because they are definitely doing it tough out there. The survey was across 146 global public safety leaders across law enforcement, fire, ambulance, and emergency management. These surveys are a great way that we can understand the trends and challenges that our customers face, and allows our team to focus on purpose-built designs and solutions. There's some interesting findings that came out. One of the big ones was that 9 out of 10 respondents all shared that the increased public expectations is impacting their field operations. And 70% of the agencies are concerned that they need faster investment in mobile technology just to keep up with those expectations. First responders deal with extreme situations while racing the clock. The unpredictability of the job leaves no margin for error. So mobile technology can keep them safe and improve frontline worker satisfaction. There's also frontline workers who manage inspections, assets, and equipment to ensure that first responders are ready for the next emergency. Mobile technology enables accurate data collection, so first responders have more visibility of the situation and are equipped with the right equipment.
Yeah, well, even the essential workers, I saw an article on news.com.au the other day. Someone had put a nice note in to the workers who were packing all the groceries for them. And the picture on the page was of a little Zebra handheld device. It said Zebra at the top there. And they're widely used, been used for decades, and clearly helping to keep our modern world afloat in times of the pandemic. Now,
absolutely, and we need to do everything we can to help those workers because they're the ones that are exposed.
So. Yeah, absolutely. Now, emergency services and first responders are clearly the target for the new ET8x series, as you just described. Now, the ET8x series is a ruggedized tablet. So can you talk us through some of the main benefits that this new model will bring to those services?
Sure. So frontline workers are seeking accurate and fast information to improve their situational awareness and to quickly capture data. And the fast access to medical records, real-time navigation, maps of buildings, maps of what's around them, personal location or personnel locations, real-time video can be the difference between life and death for first responders. Fast and accurate data capture can also speed up and improve the accuracy of capturing forensics, safety inspections, managing assets, and preparing to be ready in emergencies. So the ET85 has been purpose-built for each of these use cases, and it features a large 12-inch outdoor viewable screen, because let's face it, most of these workers are outdoors. They're not inside in a well-lit office, for example. It also offers the flexibility of a standalone rugged tablet or a two-in-one, so it's got a keypad so they can actually enter more data, and that allows them to access their evolving applications. We've also taken the time to be a bit innovative. We've included workforce collaboration software and barcode scanners for faster data capture, which adds more functionality and speeds up the way they operate. We're also really excited about the release of 5G communications, which is going to dramatically speed up the access to data, accurate GPS, and what we've also done on the tablet is we've set it up so it's got external antennas. So if they're mounted in a vehicle, it's going to have stronger signal for 5G and it's going to be more accurate for GPS. And that ensures that the frontline workers or the first responders have fast access to that data that they need. Dan will show a lot more, and I think he's even got an ET85 to show you, which is quite exciting.
Absolutely. So the field vision mobility study shows that you are seeing a big uptake by the public sector for these rugged devices, and you just basically we're talking a bit about that. But can you talk us through these figures and the growth over the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, so rugged devices are becoming the preferred choice as they provide more tools to first responders to help people in need. Survey results showed that about 41% have already implemented rugged tablets and 95% expect to have implemented them within 3 years. Interestingly though, rugged 2-in-1 tablets, where they've got the keypad, they're expecting to rise from 20% currently to about 90% in 3 years. So much, much more rapid progression than the standard tablets. We expect that's probably linked to the need to have the keypad to enter more data as they're in the field. Rugged smartphones are expected to increase from 47% to 95%. And I guess that makes the field workers more autonomous and more flexible. Paper-based methods are fading away as frontline workers move towards the mobile-first approach. The main functions identified in the survey were split across first responders and frontline workers. For first responders, collision reporting, situational awareness, and geographical information systems were key. For frontline field workers, digital investigations, inspections were the key applications that they were seeking.
And obviously the maturity of today's rugged technology has made a big difference in the affordability and the ability to roll it out and just how rugged it is. I mean, we always talk about mil-spec, but I'm sure the rugged technology around those devices has improved out of sight, and that obviously makes a big difference.
It has, and what we find in this particular space, because of the length of their asset cycles, they need longer life cycles. So I've done a lot of work around extending those life cycles. So for example, if you're going to put a tablet into a fire truck, that fire truck may be commissioned for, say, 5 to 10 years. And quite often they don't want to be refitting them. So we've also done a lot of work on extending out that life cycle to suit what the market needs are.
Yep. Okay, so we're here to talk about the ET8x series, the new Windows tablets for 2021 from Zebra. So Daniel, you've popped up on the screen. Tell us all about it.
Oh, okay. So, well, the ET80 and 85, first let me specify the ET80 is the Wi-Fi variant, and the ET85 is the Wi-Fi plus, cellular as well, so 5G as well. So we say ET8X just as a placeholder for both.
Sure.
So look, it's our next-gen premium rugged Windows tablet, but it's much more than that. As you can see, I've got one right here.
Yep.
This is a purpose-built 2-in-1 device built from the ground up. So it can be used as a rugged laptop, a tablet with a touchscreen, or both. So, it's very versatile. It has a very bright 12-inch display screen, so quite big. I've actually turned this down to the minimum brightness setting, otherwise it will blow out the webcam, but very bright. And because, the 12-inch size, we see that as great for use cases where you need to consume a lot of data on the screen. So, we could go bigger, but then it becomes less portable. So it's really that good balance of portability and screen real estate. So, we see use cases like this for workers in vital industries such as emergency services. Think of computer-aided dispatch or health records or critical field services, and that kind of scenario. But anytime you need like a dashboard or significant amounts of information on the screen, then a 12-inch is a good form factor for that. So what else can I say about it? Well, I do see this as an ideal in-vehicle mounted solution. So we have a lot of mounting options for this, but because of its screen real estate, but also it's very thin and light, so I can show you on the side there. Very thin. So if it's in the cabin, it's not obscuring the view of the driver, etc. And so they can just, it works much better, right? So and also, obviously, it's very portable. So we've got the latest protocols with Wi-Fi 6E, which we can talk about what that is. 5G as well. It basically keeps these, essential workers connected, whether they're inside the vehicle or they can make it a tablet and walk around. And, so it's very versatile, big screen, and the latest connectivity, I guess.
Sure. And does the screen fold up underneath the keyboard, or does it detach?
Yeah, it completely detaches. So there's a little lock switch here. So you just pull off straight away, and it's a tablet. And there's a scan button on the top, and I can scan barcodes with it. And then you just basically put it back in. Once I line it up.
Yep. I mean, normally it's a bit nicer. You've got a proper dock here.
I've got it sitting on a cardboard box, so it's not the most stable. But you just sit it in and it already locks in place, right? Very easy to use. The keyboard is backlit. There's a handle on the back, so easy to carry around and walk around with it. So it's very versatile, very, different use cases, and there's a lot of options that we can incorporate for this.
And what are the specs and what are the ports that are on it?
Well, let's have a look. So on the tablet itself, you have USB-C to standard USBs, volume, etc. There is I think it's 13 meg color camera on the back. We have an option for like a fingerprint reader for biometrics. That's an option.
And are those pogo pins at the top there as well?
Yeah, correct. So we can plug into docking solutions. So there is a lot of mounting solutions, and some of our docks have multiple ports. So our vehicle dock has about 7 extra ports. So USB, HDMI, and we have a workstation as well for inside the 4 walls at an office, which has up to 9 ports. So very, very versatile.
And where your hand is there on that side, are there ports on that side?
There is a HDMI port on that side.
Yeah.
So, and we also have serial ports as well. So
sure, yeah, for older devices, for backwards compatibility, I guess.
Yeah, and certain use cases within some of these modern vehicles as well.
Yeah. And so, what are the specs that people are typically getting?
Well, the specs. So we've got a few options. To be honest, I can't quite remember, but we've got the 11th generation processor, so it's latest Intel, and we have the i5 series and the i7 series. We do have a range of memory options, so RAM and
SSD,
flash. I can't remember what they are, but the latest speeds, speeds and feeds. All the sensors you can think of, gyros, accelerometers, GPS, NFC, Bluetooth 5.2. And as I said, the 5G, this is actually our first 5G device at Zebra, so it's pretty exciting for us as well, right? And we have 4G variants of this as well. The Wi-Fi 6E, I'll just quickly talk about what that is. So it's a new standard. It's 802.11ax, which it's basically, at the end of the day, it equals faster speeds, less latency, faster, and everyone wants, there's more and more data coming through. Picture, this in a police vehicle where you may be streaming video, there may be computer-aided dispatch. You got a lot going on in the one device. So, the faster the better. We even have pass-through antennas. So if you want better GPS signaling, we can pass through, that as well, and also 5G. So you can have external antennas on vehicles, etc. So, but the Wi-Fi 6E, it's a new standard, and the E is actually brand new because it's still getting regulatory approval in many countries. So the E is the extra piece on the end, which means it supports the 6 gig band as well. So just even better, more spectrum, more speeds.
And I'm assuming on top of the screen, there's a little camera there for Zoom calls.
Yes, there is a camera, and we've got a little privacy slide, so you can block it if so you're not accidentally turning yourself on. And even the back camera has a cover, so you can slide over that as well. So everything you expect in a laptop, it's there. So it really can take the place of a laptop as well as a tablet.
Yeah, and I know that enterprises normally have that N-1 thing where they're sort of one version behind on or Windows or various things on purpose because they want that stability. Do you think many of your customers will be racing to Windows 11 in October, or they're going to let it play out for a year or so whilst they test everything?
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you said. We don't want to rush into it. And even on the Android side of things with our other products, we're never at the cutting edge. And also we're adding functionality to it. So we take maybe a version behind from Google and we add our own value add. This, by the way, doesn't come in an Android device. It's Windows only, Windows 10 on release. And it's not on the roadmap because we do see Windows as the best use case for this. Pretty much like a laptop. Yeah. But hey, if there's demand out there, we can definitely look into that. But on the Windows side, it comes with Windows 10. It is Windows 11 ready, and that will be released once we add our value add and once it's proven itself as a reliable operating system. Then we can release that option as well.
Sure. So when will these tablets be available for purchase for all of your enterprise customers to upgrade to?
Well, the official launch date is the 13th of September, so very, very soon. And we'll be releasing, the hardware throughout the year, but it's launching very, very soon. And these tablets can be used in a wide range of varieties, or in different scenarios. So mainly, vital industries. So the configurations that people may choose are kind of dependent on the use case, and so we offer a variety of configurations and also accessories as well. So I don't know if we've got a good, better, and best in this range as such, but we just have a menu of options that you would choose that's dependent on your use case. So as I mentioned, the RAM flash options and the processor, you could go for the Wi-Fi only or the Wi-Fi plus the 5G. There's a 4G variant as well if you're not, if you don't want to use the 5G. Things like the carry handle, like accessories are very important. The carry handle, the vehicle dock, which with all the extra ports, or we have just a holder with no ports, so a very simple version. The workstation dock, which has I think 9 ports, so it's so much functionality, so much ways of using it. There's battery options as well, so you can have the standard battery for starters, it's our Zebra's Power Precision Plus battery. So you get a lot of information on what the battery does, how the health of the battery, etc. We've been doing this on Android devices for many years, and now we're rolling this into our Windows product. So the standard battery would give you around 11 hours, so it's a full day of shift and more. But we have an expansion pack that you can attach to the back that you can slide in a secondary battery, and that will give you up to 17 hours with that secondary battery. So, if you don't have charging options or you have a longer shift, then I would say, maybe that expansion pack would be good. And by the way, the batteries do have fast charging, so you can get from 0 to 90% in 2 hours. But a lot of accessories, and I think the accessories add the differentiation. We've got like active stylus that you can use, stylus for signing or for pinpointing on the touch screen. There's things like a rugged boot. So we haven't really talked about the drop specs, but this has I think it's 4-foot military drop spec, and if we add the boot on the tablet alone will have a 5-foot drop spec on top of that as well. And there's IP ratings as well, so it's dust and waterproof, etc. But other accessories, shoulder straps. There's a whole range of accessories. There's probably too many to talk about here, but it's really the idea of the customer picks and chooses to suit their exact workflow and use case.
Yeah, and Brett and Daniel, I'm guessing there are customers who are chomping at the bit to get this new model.
Absolutely, we've got a lot of interest, and we're really quite excited about where it's going to go.
So what? Go on. Yep.
No, I was going to say. So there are certain use cases that certain customers are holding out for. Things like hazardous location. So this supports Class 1 Div 2. Which basically means it can be used in flammable hazardous areas. So there's those extra features that really our customers are holding out for, and also the fanless design. So certain clean rooms make a fan in a laptop not so clean. So having the fanless design, it really improves the ceiling as well. But think about bakeries or pharmaceuticals or manufacturing clean rooms. They really want something that's solid state, no fans, etc. So.
Yeah, and with the fanless designs, are they using slightly lower power 11th generation core Intel processors that are sort of designed for fanless, or is it a difference in the case design? Because I love fanless technology. For my consumer use, I'm using a MacBook, the M1 Air with no fan, and it's fantastic. And I've got a Microsoft Surface Laptop Go, and it's a similar sort of device, and its fan spins up when you're on Zoom. So it
happens all the time. My wife complains about our old laptop just making a hell of a racket every time she's on Zoom with the fan. So yeah. Look, it's a combination, but having the latest generation processor helps us to be able to create something. But we kind of built this from the ground up, so we built it with that endpoint in mind because we knew that was important to the customer. So.
Absolutely. So are there any other developments in the world of business that you or Brett should be telling us and all the viewers about?
Yeah, so absolutely. It's an exciting time at Zebra at the moment. We've actually just been through a bit of an acquisition trail as well. So we've acquired a few companies over the last couple of years. The most recent is Fetch Robotics. So Fetch Robotics is a pioneer in on-demand autonomous mobile robots, which are optimized for picking and fulfillment centers, and is well suited to, I guess, the e-commerce boom where people are trying to pick more orders. We've also acquired Reflexa Systems in September of 2020, and they're a leader in intelligent workforce management solutions, and that's helping a lot of retailers and hospitality companies to manage their staff, and that's becoming more and more important as people are working remotely and they have to also protect their workers. And Profitect, I guess, is another one back in 2019, and they're a leader in prescriptive analytics for retail, and that enables our retail customers to have the analytics to help them to make the next best decision in terms of the way in which they run their operations.
can I ask you both to share your final messages to iTWire viewers and readers, and to Zebra's current and future customers and partners?
Yes, I guess firstly, again, a big thank you to all the frontline workers that are out there keeping us safe. From the Zebra perspective, we're a leader in empowering frontline workers in the public sector, e-commerce, healthcare and mining, and we've been doing that for over 50 years. We've got a strong focus on innovation, collaborative solutions with our partners, and seeking to better understand the needs of our customers so that we can continually improve the solutions and products that we offer. And the Future of Field Operations report that we've touched on, and the latest ET85 that Dan did a great job of showing you all the details about, are great examples of our approach, where we really want to focus more and more into how we deliver the purpose-built solutions that really help our customers in the field.
Yes, well, I'll have a link to that report as well in the article that accompanies this video and in this video's description. Any final words from you, Daniel?
Look, we're very excited about this product, and I just encourage you to reach out to your local Zebra representative or myself. Any questions on this product? It's very exciting, and it's part of our tablet larger range, which it's really making a lot of head ground. So please reach out.
Sure. Well, Brett Newstead, Sales Manager, and Daniel Park, Sales and Engineer Manager, thank you very much for your time. I wish you the best of success with the new tablet, and I hope we can talk again soon in the future.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thanks, Alex. Cheers.
Bye-bye.